So if you're probably here, you're as amazed as I am by this guide for mounting the ALEX drawer unit from Ikea. There are a bunch of things that I need to do here. The big unboxing of this drawer unit. Everything looks pretty neat and tidy. I like it. Let's see where I'm at this moment. So I managed to get everything out of the box. Yeah, the main pieces are these ones here, which you're gonna have a hard time getting to them because you need to actually unpack everything so you can get access to these main pieces here. So this is the backboard of this unit. You have the sideboards here. These have like the sliding rails. These are the rails that are sliding. And to mount them, these are the screws that you need for these side panels, which you're gonna put 3 on each side. So you're gonna have 3 screws here on the bottom, the middle and the top. On the other side the same, bottom, middle and top. And it's, oh by the way, so we get this straight from the beginning. This part here where you have the holes on the side panels, this is the top part of the unit. So this one is the top side, that is the bottom side. The smaller drawers are at the top. As you can see, this becomes wider here. The bigger drawers are at the bottom. Besides the screws here, you need like these wooden thingies. Come on, focus. Yeah, you need these thingies here, which you're gonna put in the in-between holes. You're gonna have 2 on each side. You can hit them lightly with a rubber hammer. Be sure to use the proper head screws when you're doing this, because if you're not, you're gonna damage the head of the screws. So I found the right one here. And now let's have some fun tightening up the screws by hand. They seem to go in pretty fast and easy, so it's not gonna be a problem even if you don't have like an electrical screwdriver. I'm not sure how tight should I do these screws, but I'll try not to overdo it. Now I will take this part. It should go in pretty easily. The next step is to turn it around like this. And now I can put together the other side. You can step on the middle of it so it doesn't slide. And it's done. Now that I have it in this state, we need to secure the screws here, and for this part you need to use some weird thingies. For this I need to bring you a little closer. So to secure the backboards you need like the weird thingies that you're gonna find in the box, and the hole fits for the larger size because they come in 2 sizes, one is bigger, one is smaller. For this part you're not gonna use the small one, you're gonna use only the bigger ones. And you need to fit these in the holes, and there is an arrow. Yeah, you see the arrow? Like this pointing arrow here, not the other one. This arrow indicates the direction in which you should tighten these nuts, but this arrow is the direction in which you should put it in the hole. So you need that arrow to point to the screw inside the hole. So you just align it like that and press it in. The same thing here, I've already done it. The arrow is pointing towards the screw in the other direction. So I need to do this for all of these holes. After doing this for all of the holes, I just need to tighten these nuts here. The backboard is gonna be secure. Now I need to find the right screw head so I can tighten them up. So this is a PH3. The PH3 is the one that fits the best. It's pretty tight there. just turn them probably around 90 degrees, and that's kinda it. Now the next step is to add the top board, and you have two pieces and you need to identify which one of them is the top, which one is the bottom board. And it's pretty simple. The top board is gonna be this one with this type of holes, and the bottom board is the one that has like these two different placements for the bottom holes. The holes from here are for the legs, and the other ones are for the actual screws that are gonna hold up the bottom board. So it's pretty easy to identify it, and also the bottom board comes with a sticker, and I saw that this is a common thing for the bottom board to have the sticker on it. So if you wondered which one is which, now you know. And for the bottom board, the holes are going through the board onto the other side. For the top board, they are not. For the top board, we're gonna use the same type of screws as for the side panels, and we're gonna put them in the starting with the first hole. So we're gonna have 3 on each side, followed by 2 wood thingies like this on each side. And now I need to put the other screws and then attach it here on the top side. You can identify where to put the top board by these holes on the side panels. It's gonna be secured with the same type of nuts. And by the way, when you're working on these panels, you can use like these things that come up in the box, these protective cardboard pieces. You can use them to place the boards on them while you're working, so you don't scratch them on the bottom, like if you're not working on a carpet like I am now, directly on the wood floor. Yeah, you can prevent scratching the boards and you can protect them like this. Just remember not to over tighten these screws. And the direction, it doesn't matter, you can put it each way because it's the same. Now you just align it with the holes. And everything should come together pretty easily. Just hit it a few times. And it's done. Now I just need to add the nuts here, tighten them, and don't try to overdo it to get this very snag here, because these are some locking nuts, and when you are using these nuts to tighten them, they will actually bring the pieces together and lock them in place tightly. Just remember to put this in the right direction by using the arrow as a guide. There are 2 more here. Yeah, I have to change this head. And now I can tighten them up. And like you can see, I'm doing this one-handed, so it shouldn't be all that hard to do it. This is coming together pretty nice. Now I need to handle the bottom board, and probably we're halfway done. Then I just need to handle these things here and put together all of the drawers. That's gonna be fun and probably boring. Regarding this bottom board here, there is something that you need to be careful. There is an orientation for this, and probably the rule to follow is to have the sticker on the bottom side. These holes here are for the legs, for those plastic legs, but on the other side there are some extra holes. As you can see, you have these true and true holes, but you also have like these holes for the wooden thingies that will go in between the screws. So keep this in mind. this needs to be in the right direction, because you can probably start putting it like this, start doing the screws, but you realize that it's not in the right direction because it needs to be the other way around. And before putting any screws in, start by putting the wood thingies first, which I'm gonna do right now. For the bottom board, you're gonna use this type of screws, so you can take all of them right now. There are gonna be like 6 of them. These are all of them. You can also take, I think, 4 of these wooden thingies. We can start putting them together. One on the bottom, on this side, on the other side. Now I'm just gonna hit them a bit with my screwdriver. That should be enough. First you need to put it in place just with these wood thingies, and there you can put the screws in. Yeah, it wasn't too much trouble. Just had to lift it a bit from the ground. Now I can put the screws in. They are providing you with an Allen wrench for these screws, but I'm probably gonna use one of my tools here. Yeah, out of the box you need to use this wrench here, but I'm gonna use this one. Now I'm gonna put these plastic legs that I have here. This one is gonna come loose pretty easily. They are saying I should hammer these legs in there. They are just going in by hand, so I don't know why should I hammer them in. They don't require any force. Ta-da! The unit is pretty much done. Yeah, now I need to put these drawers together. Putting together the drawers is not that complicated. You need to take these lateral pieces like this. Make sure you have these grooves at the bottom facing each other on each side. On the outside you need to have the bigger holes here. You have the holes. On the back, in the inside, you need to have like these grooves. And I will show you how everything comes together. These are the bigger drawers. So you need the front board of the drawers. You have 4 holes, 2 on each side. I'm gonna use the same type of screw. So you have the screws in the board. Now make sure you're putting them in the right direction by having this groove here at the bottom. So they need to come this way. I'm gonna put the other one here. The next step is to have like the tightening nuts, the smaller ones now, put them on each side and tighten them up. These are keeping them very strong. I would suggest to use some of this material so you don't scratch it. Very important right now. Don't put this piece here. First you need to put one of the bottom boards for the drawers. So just take one of these boards and try to slide them in like this. Put them between the grooves. They should slide pretty easily. And if you're looking at the board, they have like these cut-off corners here. So these corners need to go on the bottom part. Now after you have the bottom board on the drawers here, you can slide like the back piece into those grooves. And now this is a bit trickier because they are using this weirdly type of plastic screws. They are not even screws because you can't screw them. You need to put one in each of the holes. What you have to do next is start hammering these plastic screws into the wood. Try to keep it with my legs so I can start hammering this. Yeah, as you can see, this is not very hard to do, but for me this doesn't look like a very secure way of putting this together, but it is what it is. This is how they are looking. Now I have to do the same thing for all of the drawers here, and when they are finished, the only thing left is to put them on the rails. It seems that there is one hole here, and probably the thing that we need to do is to secure them onto these rails with a screw. So yeah, I'll come back after I'm finishing all of the drawers, so we can mount them on the actual unit here. I finished all the 3 big drawers. Now I'm on the other 2 smaller drawers. These drawers are not using only the screws anymore, so you have 1 screw per side and 1 wooden thingy. So you're gonna have them like this. On the back you still have 2 holes for these plastic nails that you have to hammer in there. Now I have all of the drawers ready. The next thing that needs to be done is to pull out these rails here, so as much as they can go out. That's what you need to do, and then you need to slide the drawer onto them and make sure that the rails are aligned here with this edge of the drawer, and they are pulled out as is supposed to be. There is a screw thread here. It needs to be aligned with the hole. For those holes inside the drawers, we have these little screws. Take 2 of them, and you need to do this from the inside, and you should connect to the thread on the outside on the rails. And now you just have to tighten up the screws, and you're pretty much done with the drawers. Repeat the same process for all of them. And this is pretty much it for this, let's say, tutorial. I don't know, this is something different on my channel. If you enjoyed this, give the thumbs up, and hey, there are probably more videos like this on internet regarding this drawer unit from Ikea, so maybe watch another one if this is not as useful as it should be. And by the way, this is how the whole unit looks like, and the mess that was made in the process of putting this thing together. See ya in the next vlog.